Is your person cheating on you? We're going to find out. We're going to do you, them and them reading. Now this is a little bit more specific, this reading, because number one, obviously you've got to be in some kind of relationship. Number two, you've got to have suspicions of who you think the person might be. Okay? Because otherwise it'd just be you and them reading. Okay? So yeah, that's the parameters. If it doesn't fit, stick around, watch it anyway. Enjoy the show. Okay. If you want one of these, they're £35, same day guaranteed. You can find them in the Beacons AI link, just at the bottom in the video description. Yeah, and we'll unpick what's going off here. As always, I'm not like one of these readers who's going to say this is for you. The chances are it's not. Take what resonates. Always get a private reading to unpick your situation. Right, so we're going to start with you, obviously, and we're going to see what's coming out. Okay, I might do a few. I'm going to do a few extra cards compared to the standard one, just so I can make this a little bit longer, because I need the watch hours. Okay, do us a favour, hop over to the YouTube collective playlist, because they're all in the right format, and watch some over for me, please. Okay, put it on. Go do your pots, do your cleaning if you want. Right, so 4 of Cups, Emperor in the reverse. I have to move these over a bit. I'm going to need a bit more room with an extra row, so let's move spill the tea over. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Just bear with me, I've not thought this through properly. Hermit in the reverse. Right, so 4 of Cups, Cups, Water, Emotion. So you're the figure under the tree staring at the 3 cups. Stuck, bored, jaded, fed up. Hand, cloud, cup, new opportunities. Upright position, stuck there, can't see the wood for the trees. So this is keeping you in a stuck energy, because you're kind of going, when's it going to change, when's it going to change? Focusing on this, are they cheating on me, blah, blah, blah. And I think that you know, you're missing out on other opportunities out there in life. Now, we then got the Emperor in the reverse. So the Emperor in the upright position is what we call the divine masculine. He's like the Kings, but he's combined. He's a good ruler, good leader, wise, knowledgeable, itchy knee, firm but fair, not afraid of fight, not afraid of change. Reverse position is what we call toxic masculine energy. And I say energy because it can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary, an environment or a collective. Now, I'm going to say at the moment this is your person. They're in toxic masculine energy. Toxic masculine energy can range from someone or something that doesn't want to change up to the nasty stuff. Anger, aggression, oppression, suppression, abuse, lust, power, greed. Okay. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think words we use. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So this ace is about going, right, long term, I need to change my mindset or the way I communicate. Reverse position, not doing that. I feel it's in regard to the mindset on the situation in your person. I mean, they might not be cheating, but they're shown as being toxic. Okay. Hermit in the reverse. So the Hermit card for me talks about periods of withdrawal and reflection. What's gone right, what's gone wrong, what direction we're going in next. You'll also notice the Hermit's shining a lamp, so it talks about what I call going into the dark side, shining a light on the demons, the trauma, the situation at hand, coming out the other side stronger. There's a refusal to shine a light on the situation here. So you've got suspicions, but, you know, because the way I see it is, right, as soon as you start questioning, is my person cheating on me, that connection's pretty much toast, isn't it? Because it's in your head then, you know, and that's what we need to assess, because even if they're not, well, what is it about their behaviour, what they're doing, that's making you think that, you know? Let's continue. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Right, so 7 of Pentacles. So Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what I'm investing our time, efforts and energies in. Now in the upright position, you're the chap in the garden there looking over the fruits or flowers. Not ready for harvest yet, needs to get to 10. Upright position, though, it's going in the right direction. Reverse position, things have gone off course. I call this the stick or twist card. Do we stick and hope it turns around? Or do we twist and start something new? Now, based on the cards here, I think you're being asked to twist. The problem is, logic would dictate that you're going to stick regardless. Why? 7 is closer to 10 than starting at aces. We then got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So King's masculine energy, okay, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up in the reverse in a second as well, so let's just go through it. So in tarot we talk about energy, not gender, so it can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary, as I mentioned with the Emperor. Masculine energies are more driven, doers, leaders, providers. Feminine energies are more intuitive, nurturers, supporters, creative. Okay. Now the King of Pentacles in the upright position is grounded, solid, stable. The way I describe this guy is he likes to know where he's going, how he's getting there, who's going to be there, what's cracking off, bit of money in the bank, and he's going to pay for your drinks all night. Reverse position, selfish, greedy, miserly, runs off to his man cave every time he doesn't get what he wants. So I think you're going to say something to them and say, "Look, what's going off here? Things are going off course." You know, I don't think you're going to turn around and say, "Oh, you're cheating on me," but and they're going to go to their man cave. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'm going to say this is you, feminine energy. Queen of Pentacles in the upright position is kind, caring, loving, devoted. She's cradling the pentacle like a baby there. Now that can be a good quality, can be a bad quality. Excuse me, because it can indicate people-pleasing tendencies, constantly letting somebody off the hook, etc. It's in the reverse position. So it can indicate that you kind of, because of their reaction, you kind of go underground yourself and go, I can't handle this. Or, what I'm hoping it is, pulling your energy back. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, if you're not going to try and resolve this, then I'm going to pull my energy back. Let's continue. Hanged Man in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Right, so the Hanged Man for me is a leap of faith card because we're stuck with a decision. Left path, right path, stick or twist. Problem is you're looking for guarantees. Life don't work like that. Upright position, stuck there having a shift in perspective. Reverse position, wait. What you're being asked to do is go sod it. I'm going that way. I know there's no answers, but I'll get answers that when I go along. I don't think you are going to sod it and go off in the other direction because that's then followed up by the Ace of Pentacles. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So this is about going, right, long term, what am I investing in here? Where am I putting my time, effort, my energy? And it would be rare that you take a leap of faith in a new direction and then you kind of go, well, what am I investing in here? So I think it's a little bit more like you know, and you're going to get that pull that I need to take a leap of faith and go my own way, but instead you go, right, well, what do I want to invest in? Okay. Overall outcome card. Judgment in the reverse. So this talks about either internal or external judgment. I think it's probably internal. I think you're probably not judging yourself worthy of more. Okay. So obstacles or blockages you're facing. Eight of Pentacles. So we call it. It's interesting. There's an awful lot of Pentacles here, and we've only had one Cups card. Right, so we call this guy the apprentice. So you're the chap on the bench banging away at the pentacle. He knows he's not a master of his skill yet, but he's happy to go through that process. The blockage here is thinking that if you keep cracking on with this, because I'm not saying your person's cheating, they might not be, but they certainly don't give a crap about you. You know, this attitude of, well, if I keep working at it, surely they'll see my worth and value. So surely something will change. Removing any blockages. Knight of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. Knight's forward motion. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens, more so than the pages. This knight talks about either news coming in faster or in this case expressing yourself. I think you need to say something to this person. I don't think you've accused them of cheating on you. I don't think that it would be an accusation. I don't even think that you need to ask if they're cheating on you. I think you need to have a frank conversation with them and say, look, something's changed. I feel stuck. You're going out all the time. You know, I barely see you. Do you want this or not? Because if you don't, then we'll call it quits. Okay. Right. So that's you. Let's go on to your person. I'll have to do a slightly funny layout here to get all the cards in. Right. Shuffle. Right, Devil. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Five of Wands. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Right, so, Devil card. So the Devil card for me, if I can eventually pick it up. The Devil card for me talks about either leaning on toxic crutches and vices or being chained to some kind of toxic karmic energy, connection, whatever. We've got the Adam and Eve figure from the Lovers card. They're chained to the devil. Now, if this is talking about a toxic relationship, which clearly your relationship is, It doesn't have to be all the nasty stuff. It can just be a relationship that you're sticking at that doesn't work, you know. I feel like it's more your person's in devil energy, to be honest with you, because it's falling round about the same position as the Emperor in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune for me talks about either the energy around us or the way we're thinking about things. I think it's more the way this person's thinking about things. They're in devil energy. They're in a lusty based energy, probably for this other person. Yeah, and they're just all about kind of feeding themselves. With the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position there, I'm going for more kind of negative mindset, because if this person was in a better mindset, what they'd do is they go, look, I'm really sorry, it doesn't work, you know, and if they've got feelings for somebody else, they need to turn and say, look, you know, I'm really sorry, but, you know, things have shifted and changed for me. You know, I don't really feel like this connection's going to work. But instead, it's almost like, because what it kind of feels like to me is that they're getting into this, this is never going to work. Why can't they see I don't like them anymore? Why aren't they saying anything? Da 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 da. And it's because they're supposed to be saying something to you. Five of Wands, we call this the fight or fallout card. It can talk about frustration. I think that they're going to be getting frustrated, and I think they're going to be kind of almost gunning for a fight. Seven of Swords in the reverse. So upright position, standard tarot book, sneaky deceptive behaviour going off in the background. He's stealing the swords, he's running off, he's worried about getting caught out. Reverse position, sneaky deceptive behaviour coming to light. I don't want to go there. I mean, it could be sneaky deceptive behaviour coming to light, and you're refusing to see that in the Hermit in the reverse. But we'll see. Right, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands. Right, so Ten of Swords. So it's not the nicest card in the deck, this one. It's body face down with swords in its back. So it can talk about being stabbed in the back. It can talk about carrying self-limiting beliefs. Nine of Swords. So they're the person in bed, head in the hands, crying. It talks about periods of stress, sleepless nights, or depression. The swords here represent a ladder. So it's been asked to change the mindset, climb the ladder, get out of dodge. Now, it feels like, God, this person's very dramatic as well. Because it feels like you're going to say to them, look, I feel like things are going off course there. And they're like, oh my God, it's like a knife in my back. How could you say that? You know. And then the Nine of Swords, the reason why they pull off and go into their man cave is because they're then stressing about it. Now, I think they're stressing about it because I think that there's some sneaky deceptive behaviour that's going to come to light. And I think it's going to be obvious in well, not mega obvious, but it's going to be there. But I think you're going to choose to ignore it, instead go down this, oh, I feel like things have gone off course. I think okay. I think with the Ten of Swords, and I don't normally go here, I think that they might realise that they you know, that it's that moment of like, they thought they were going to get caught out. Well, they did get caught out, but you've decided to pretend it's not happening. So I'm wondering if that's them going, oh my God, I've completely stabbed them in the back, and then they're stressing about it. I don't know. It's more than likely that something's going to come to light. They're going to use this, oh, you know, things have gone off course, oh, I feel like you're stabbing me in the back. They're going to go off to their man cave, and then they're stressing about it because they're like, what if my person actually twigs? Because it was really obvious, it was in front of their face, and they've just chosen to ignore it. Seven of Wands. So this is about standing ground. Person on top of the hill fighting off the six other wands or staves. It can indicate a surprise attack. Chappie here likes to sleep naked. The villagers at its off screen have come out to get him for whatever reason. In his haste, he's chucked on what he can. He's got a boot on, a shoe on, and he's missing his belt. Standing his ground though. Okay, hold fire. Four of Pentacles. Four of Swords in the reverse. So, Four of Pentacles, we generally call this guy the banker. He's the investment card of the investment suit. Now, what I'm more drawn to say is that he's got the pentacle over his heart chakra there, so closing that off to any connection with you. Four of Swords in the reverse. So, upright position, this generally talks about periods of rest. It's when our mind and our body are getting run down. Are we listening to it? Long hot baths, walks out to the countryside, etc. Excuse me. Reverse position, avoiding the issue at hand. if I pretend it's not happening, if I could just close off my heart chakra, I don't want to discuss it with the collective, so let's just pretend it's not happening. Overall outcome card. Hanged Man. So they're in the Hanged Man, but in the reverse. So yeah, you were in the reverse as well, aren't you? So yeah, leap of faith. Do they stick or do they twist? I mean, you're 100%. Again, there's no. We'll see, but I don't. There could be cheating going off because we've got devil energy there, Seven of Swords in the reverse. But at the moment, it's more. It's more that this is a toxic connection. It doesn't work. It just does not work. Obstacles or blockages. Oops. This is advice for you because I'm not reading for them. Queen of Swords in the reverse. So the Queen of Swords is in her head, putting herself down, over questioning things, etc., etc. So yeah, that's causing a blockage. We need to steady the ship, get into the Queen of Swords in the upright position, use the old pattern recognition. If something's off, it's off. You say something, you swing the sword, removing any blockages. Tower card in the reverse. Tower card, fixed card, the awakening card. So let's go through it in the upright. So we've got the tower there, struck by lightning. It's on fire. There's people jumping out. It's cracking, it's crumbling. This tower is the relationship. It's the situation. It's built on rocky foundations and it needs to come down. Now, tower cards are always, always, always for our long-term good, whether we like what happens or not. 1 time out of 10 they're positive, 9 times out of 10 they're tough and destructive. The idea of a tower card is the universe goes, right, you're in this shit show timeline here, over here. We need you over there. There's something you're not done, said, change, shifted, whack, bitch slap, get over there, splat. Now, the idea after a tower card is you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you press forwards, regardless of what's happened. Now, the problem is, well, the good news is, I should say, start with that, most people do that. The bad news is, on occasion, people bury their head in the sand or they nosedive. Now, the problem is, if we do that, one of two things is going to happen. If the tower's been played because we have a greater purpose or we have a real one waiting for us, they just keep coming until you pull your finger out, okay? If the universe has done this because it's trying to give you a helping hand and you waste it, it goes, right, well, you stay in your darkened room, we're locking the door, switching the lights out, and you're going to have to find your own way out. Now, when the tower's in the reverse position, it's either kind of see it coming, brace for impact, or in this case, what you're being advised to do is do a self-activated tower. Say, enough's enough. Enough's enough. I feel like something's off. I feel like there could be something going off between you and this other person. I know I can't prove it. I might be paranoid, but I just can't live this way anymore. So I'm very, very sorry. I feel like our relationship is deteriorated, so I'm going elsewhere, please. Goodbye. Bang. And end it. Right, so let's go on to person 3, the third party, and let's see if there is any kind of potential cheating. Because if they are cheating, I don't think it's going to be a prolonged thing as such, because it feels a little bit more like their focus is on trying to escape the relationship, to be honest with you, without being disrespectful. So let's have a look. Hopefully I've got enough room. Right, Judgment in the reverse. World card in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Swords. Right, okay, so right, so I think this person is at the very least interested. So we got Judgment in the reverse for them. So they're not really judging themselves worthy of more. And I think this is why they're entertaining it. Now, I think that they know that they need to stop entertaining your person, but they're going to struggle with it. World card in the reverse. So, World's last major arcanas, big cycle complete. So as tens are ongoing cycles, there can be big things. The world is the end of a big one. Now, upright position, understand it's gone full term. It's not going to get any better. It's time to get into the energy of the Fool and start something new. Reverse position, resisting. Resisting a cycle coming to an end. Now, we then got the King of Wands in the reverse. So this is your person. So the King of Wands in the reverse is kind of the same as the Emperor, but not quite as heavy. So I think your person has been up to something with this person. I'm going to say with the Judgment card, I think they're starting to go, do you know what? I don't think I'm judging myself worthy of more because I'm being treated like the third wheel. I'm being treated, you know, that they said that they were going to leave They said, oh, I'm unhappy, I'm stuck here, but I promise I'm going to leave, I promise I'm going to leave. And they're starting to go, I think I might be worth more than this. I'm being treated as the Scarlet Woman, But they're going to have a trouble releasing it. Now, with the Five of Wands there, I think that they could be having fight or fallout with this person, and they act toxic to them. So they go, right, I need to change my mindset. Ace of Swords. Okay, let's continue. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Six of Wands in the reverse. Temperance. Right, so they're needing to change the mindset. So they go Queen of Cups in the reverse, and they kind of go, do you know what, I'm upset, I'm going to pull back that emotional energy that I've been giving you. That might be the Ten of Swords. They feel like they've been stabbed in the back. How could you? I told you I was going to leave them, but, it's just going to take me longer, blah, 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 fucking bollocks. At the same time, you're saying, look, this has gone off course, what's going off here? And so they feel like, oh, poor me, I'm being attacked on both sides. Not only is my partner stabbing me in the back, my concubine is as well. Six of Wands in the reverse. So story of this card is some great war going off. This village have announced local battle. They've won. They've returned back to the village. They're celebrating. They know the greater war is yet to be won, but they know by celebrating the little wins along the way boost morale of the troops. Reverse position feeling like got nothing to celebrate. Temperance card. So the Temperance card is the alignment card. It's when our mind, body, soul's all in alignment. We know who we are, what we want, where we're going. You'll also notice the angels pouring into her own cup. So it talks about periods of self-love, self-care, self-healing. So after this kind of period of mindset shift, feeling upset, pulling energy back, feeling flat, going, right, I need to focus on myself, which is the right thing for them to do. Okay. I don't know why I want to say this, but I get the feeling that this person's younger than you. I don't know why I want to say that. If it doesn't fit, don't take it. But, I feel like this person's younger than you. Because it's got a little bit of a naive energy to it. It's almost like they know that they're not judging themselves worthy of more, but it's almost like, but I can't leave them alone. And yeah, that's kind of what it feels like anyway. I'll carry on. Five of Wands in the reverse. Six of Swords in the reverse. So Five of Wands in the reverse, this is them giving up on the fight for this connection. Six of Swords in the reverse, going in a new direction, removing the emotions attached to it and going, do you know what, I'm worth more than this, I'm going in this direction. Overall outcome card. Knight of Pentacles, Knight's forward motion. This Knight's about an offer, is coming forward and offering the Pentacle. It can't be your person because they're stuck in the Hanged Man. So I think this is them slowly moving forwards. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck, but they're slowly moving forwards in regard to a better future ahead, I suppose. Obstacles or blockages. Hermit in the reverse. So, this is advice for you again. Getting stuck in hermit mode, not as in like hiding away, but it's almost got to get kind of stuck in hermit mode in regard to not, staying in this, basically. Removing any obstacles, final card. Three of Pentacles. So this is a collaboration card. We've got three characters here, landowner, builder, architect. Now, I'd normally be saying you need to focus on somebody that you can build with. I think it's just a fitting end that it's a three. And I think that's just confirmation saying, yes, your person has put you in a third-party dynamic with somebody else. Like I say, I feel like they're younger because it's got a slightly naive energy to it. Ironically, though, they're going about it the right way. You're not. They're going to accept it, especially when this person acts like a piece of shit, like they're doing to you at round about the same time. The difference is they go, do you know what, I'm changing my mindset, I'm not going to put up with that. Whereas you're kind of like, la la la, I'm going to pretend nothing's happening. Yeah, you need to wake up. I'm afraid. There is definitely something going off. And your relationship is cooked. All that's going to happen here, with that Hanged Man in the reverse, for your person, it's very much, should I stay or should I go now? You know what I mean? The right thing to them is to go, is to leave you, so that you can do your healing and find your peace and start over. But they're waiting around. You're being advised it needs tower carding. You've got suspicions, you're watching this content. Happy couples don't have love readings. It's as simple as that. So there you go. Yeah, like I say, don't take that as gospel. This is collective. Get your personalised one. They're not quite as long as that. It's 8 cards per person, as opposed to 12. 35 quid, same day guaranteed. You can book phone and video chat with me as well from 25 if you want something a bit more interactive. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like as well, please, people. And I will say good luck. Activate that tower. Ta-ta for now.